Hi guys, it's Cindy. Just wanted to, before things got too far along the line, keep you guys informed, and I would like to have a log for myself of my bariatric surgery, which was on January 15th. On January 15th, I had lost 85 pounds, and that was probably a little bit more than a year.
About that, yeah.
Yeah, so I lost it at a good rate and not too fast, and you know, so it was going to come up. Then my date came up, and had the surgery on Wednesday, out of hospital on Friday. So that's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. That's 4 days since surgery.
It's Sunday night.
Sunday. So it's 5 days since surgery, and I've already lost 10 pounds. So that's 95 pounds. But just to let you know how it went. The day of surgery seemed like no problem, you know. Andy came up and
you seemed okay, yeah?
I seemed okay. The next day was shitty. I mean, I was only sleeping, you know, an hour and a half at a time. And you're constantly, your stomach is acidic, and you're nauseated, and you know, you're running to the bathroom with diarrhea because you got all these chemicals going through you, and you haven't ate for, you know, a full meal for a while.
Week or two.
Yeah. Before 3 weeks prior to the surgery, which actually started Boxing Day, and I was away in Alberta with my family, I was supposed to take nothing but Boost and water, diabetic Boost and water, for 3 weeks. Let me tell you how boring that got, especially over the holidays. So I did the best I could. I didn't really know why it had to be that way, but all the doctor asked was I able to lose weight on the Boost? Yeah, I lost 16 pounds over Christmas. I mean, not many people could say that. So the second day of surgery, the nausea was worse, restlessness, and they tell you the more you walk, the better it is, and they're totally right. Just gets everything moving, and you know, when your guts feel bad, you want to go to the bathroom. Well, that's what was happening. Basically, you did the walking, everything's going through you, and you know, I was going to the bathroom every hour. So, I mean, I don't know, the most of you probably don't want all the details, and I'm sorry, but I'm giving you details. This is more a video to help me remember, and to go back and look at it and reminisce and remember and stuff, but also for people who are considering having bariatric surgery. The diarrhea that I had was green and really granulated and stuff. Now that has just recently changed, I guess, because I've introduced more things into my diet. You know, clear fluids and full fluids, and
but don't introduce stuff too fast, right? Because you had a piece of meat today.
Yes, yeah.
You didn't feel good.
Yeah, and I'm not feeling good right now. But so the walking in the hospital, even though you don't feel like it, do it. Seriously, do it. And there they start giving you your calcium crushed and all that kind of stuff, because when you come home you have to have everything crushed or liquid, which has been no problem. I mean, some of it doesn't taste very good, but hey, in the long run it'll all be worth it. So let's start with my highest weight before I started dieting was 370 pounds. I'm 56 years old. I've lost my weight twice. When Andy and I first got together, my weight was good and I was happy with it, and it was 220. Body mass index, say I should be like right around 160. I think that's going to be too small for me. I'm 5'8", So my goal is around 200, assess it, see how I feel, see how I look when we get there. So that's basically, you know, just over 100 more pounds. Which, hey, I did it without the help of, I had the gastric sleeve. So, you know, I'm thinking this is going to be a cakewalk. You know I'm feeling shitty right now, but I know that that's going to pass.
It's less than a week since major surgery. Of course
yes,
you're
I know.
Feeling like
and
shit.
You know what? I fucked up today. But, you know, my sister's here staying with me for 2 weeks. You know, all I was told was major surgery, and in the past, when I've had surgeries, they were major surgeries, I'm just kind of like, oh no, I can do this, you know. My mom, when I had my breast reduction, offered to come stay with me. Thank God she did, because it was major surgery. It was way worse than this. I couldn't bend down, I couldn't shower, I couldn't do anything. So it's not that bad of a surgery. Yeah, you feel sick, but my pain, I don't feel pain. I've got 7 sites across, you know, from my navel to the bottom of my rib cage, so like a 6-inch band. There's 7 incisions, and they're just steri strips and dissolving stitches. Haven't had any, you know, I can't, like, oftentimes I fold my hands like this, can't do that. I'm able to sleep on my side, but I want to stuff a pillow behind, or kind of underneath my tummy, just to give it some support. And of course, when you cough and sneeze and all that, you're supposed to, you know, brace yourself. My sister and I mean, okay, it's Sunday today, I came out of the hospital on Friday. We went shopping today. We went to the grocery store. You know, I just pushed, and she lifted all the heavy stuff, but, you know, I did okay. Then I came home from that. That was after I had a shower, and then I cooked dinner. And, you know, I'm okay. Until it's like, okay, I'm making this, you know, I'm going to try it, because, you know, I'm already feeling so good. So I had made schnitzel and Brussels sprouts. So I smashed up the Brussels sprouts, and I thought, you know, if I take it slow with the meat, because I know protein is important, because they always say, okay, eat your protein first. When that's done, eat your vegetables, and then if there's any more room, you can have your starch. Well, Andy and I don't even, you know, cook much with starch. Once in a while, I'll have pasta or add a little rice to something, but, you know.
Because we're diabetic, we shouldn't eat carbohydrates so much, so there you go.
And like potatoes, well, we don't have those in this house.
Yeah.
Rarely ever have a potato. So, you know, I thought little bites, whatever. Well, big mistake. My tummy's not ready for it. So now I'm suffering. So I can't lay down. I'm just really uncomfortable and nauseated. So all I do is just walk back and forth, you know, like you're pacing like a pregnant woman or something. But that's kind of what I look like anyways. But I feel the top...
Less and less every day almost.
I feel the top of my stomach quite flat. Yeah. But down around the navel, I think it's still swollen and stuff.
Swollen and puffy.
But yeah, I'm getting, you know, jiggly.
You're developing an hourglass figure too.
Finally.
You didn't have for a while.
Yeah, I'm very thick-waisted. I'm an apple shape, so. So it's all, you know, it's all going to take time. I have to go back and read when they said to do it, but they wanted you doing like 20 minutes 3 times a day of walking, and right now that's really all I can do. So, which is really hard because we have a very small suite, and I'm really having a tough time with my thermostat. Either I'm sweating, but most of the time I'm just freezing cold. I mean, I lay in bed with this big, heavy quilt, and I'm just shaking. So, and my hands are always cold. But I remember when I lost weight before, that happened. So, I mean, that's probably because I've lost that weight already. And maybe I'm, you know, it takes a while for anesthetic, I think, to get out of your system. So, I've been doing fine. I've been having like those pre-made Jello cups, and I add like a tablespoon of liquid whipped cream without the sugar and the vanilla and whipping it up or anything. And I had a bowl, like a cup of cream of mushroom soup today. And then you have to take your pills twice a day, your calcium especially. So I crush that all up, and most of it's what the pills I have to take I crush up and put it in, like I had it in a chocolate pudding today, so one of those sugar-free chocolate puddings. And most of the stuff that I was able to get from the health food store was nicely flavored. I picked up a liquid calcium from Costco that's really good, and then the health food store mineral and vitamin liquid that don't taste too bad, so a bit of a orangey flavor or whatever in the chocolate, so it was good. And what I was craving today and why we went out was fruit. So I thought, how bad can fruit be? So, and I don't think that it is bad.
Acid.
Well, I guess if you're having oranges or something like that. I mean, I don't want to eat hard things like apples, but I wanted grapes, and I'd like a mango and some blueberries and raspberries and blackberries, so I bought all of that. So, you know, I'll just take little bit by little bit. So I had some grapes tonight, and that tasted really good. So everything really tastes good because you have been so deprived for basically a month. And for somebody, you know, like myself, who has addiction issues with food, it's a tough one. But I'm motivated and want this to be a success. So every day, he's laughing. The bunnies must be doing something. I can't see what they're doing.
She's going around the legs of the tripod and sniffing them.
Yeah. So I don't know what to expect other than, you know, smarten up and don't do stupid things like I did tonight, and just get better every day. I mean, the difference from yesterday to today was amazing. I mean, I'm sleeping longer and harder and all that, so that's all good. I'm happy about that because I know I need my rest. And my sister Debbie is unfortunately was in a car accident 2 weeks ago, and she was rear-ended, so she's actually out of province, and I have to get her into massage therapy every other day to deal with her pain issues. So we're kind of convalescing together. So I think I'm a lot better than her or I expected. How about you, Andy? Did you think I was going to be a lot worse?
I didn't think you'd be quite as good as you're doing now.
Yeah.
I didn't think you'd be cooking dinner, for example.
Well, I didn't either, to be honest with you. So I'm just going with the flow.
And your spirits are pretty good. I mean, you're not sort of dragging your ass around. You know, you're doing good.
At times when I feel shitty, I just don't.
I thought you'd be doing that more, though.
Yeah. I'm, you know, and then I don't know. It's a lot better or easier than I expected. So. And they have to do like all the tests to make sure you don't leak at the hospital. So you got to go to this X-ray thing and stand up and drink this gross stuff. I mean, barium's gross, and that other stuff for gallbladder or whatever, that stuff's gross. This stuff is gross too. But when your stomach is nauseated already and you got to drink this shit to find out whether your stomach's leaking or not, it's like, okay, thank God it was not, because then that means he doesn't have to go back in. And that's always good. So hopefully that continues. So as of today, which is, what's the date today?
It's the 19th. The
19th of January, I am down 95 pounds. And I'm very proud to say that 85 of that pounds I did on my own. But I will also mention 2 people. My problem always is sticking with something.
You're good at starting.
I'm good at starting and, you know, losing 10 or 15 pounds or something like that, and then it's like,
but staying
it's so much easier.
Staying motivated is hard, yeah.
Yeah, but I did it this time. But I want to tell you about, would you get out of the butter keeper, my Victoza, please? when I went, well...
Excuse me.
Yeah. What happened to motivate me was, this is kind of emotional because of what it is. My kidneys started to fail. And my diabetes went out of control when I was losing weight. I mean, this was like in the middle of things, right? And, you know, my GP couldn't figure out why. Like, this does not make sense. If you're losing weight, your blood sugar should be optimal and your kidneys should be optimal. But I guess it was all the abuse over the years. And what I'm to understand is that our bodies do not like to be fat. And it is such hard work on them that, now maybe this is exaggerating, but this is the way I felt about it, that I was dying. I was going to die. I was going to be on dialysis 3 times a week, like my landlord upstairs, and never be able to go out of the country and travel and whatever again. So, you know, it was really a rude awakening. So, you know, what happened was, immediately we had to take me off my Celebrex, which I've been on probably for, well, a long time, I don't know, 4 years or something. And that is what they suspect probably did the worst damage to my kidneys. So please, heads up on Celebrex and or any other amount of prescription drugs that people are on for a long time use. I mean, it's unbelievable how many drugs that I'm on, and I know I'm going to get off the majority of it. There's a list. That is all my drugs. Each line is a drug. And that's ridiculous for a 56-year-old woman. You know, you'd think you know, mind you, I've got my calcium on there and my vitamin D, but still, you know, from there up, that is all prescription drugs. So,
do you think my chiropractor's lecture that we attended a month ago is having any effect?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes, it did. It did. Yeah, I went to a lecture, and where Andy goes to BackFit, and although it's very expensive that I can't afford, they really know their stuff. If you can afford to go, if you've got back problems, it's a really good company. I liked a whole lot of things they had to say, and there's a whole lot of things I would like to do, you know, but little by little changes. But anyways, I was going to tell you about when I went to see the diabetic doctor. My blood sugars went, I can't remember what they were, but they went up to 9.7. And even when I was diagnosed with hemoglobin A1C level of 8.4. So all of a sudden, they went up to 9.7, is major reason to be concerned. So he changed some medications. I'm not sure why or whatever, but I mean, he's the doctor. But this was the one that he did put me on. Sorry, I'll put it that way. And it's called Victoza. He said he would have normally put me on insulin, but because I was going for bariatric surgery, insulin would put on weight. So this was like the one step down. It's a new drug in Canada, fairly new, I believe 2 years. There's not a lot of history. I'm not sure. I think it's been out in the States obviously longer than 2 years, but you know, there's some current concerns, but you know what, my health concerns otherwise were bad. So this is an injectable, and if you know, anyone's ever worried about it, the needles are so fine, and you just give it in your tummy, you don't even feel it. You don't even feel it. and I was on 1.2 milligrams a dose, so it wasn't a high dose, and that was once a day, and it's like, take it whenever, you know, it's not first thing in the morning or last thing at night, it's whenever, take it during the day. It's like insulin in the way that you keep it in the fridge, you know, when you're not using one of your pens. So, and this is got 2 pens, and at 1.2 it's going to last a month, if I remember right. Anyways, it's about $180, and it's not covered, but my doctor was so kind to give me samples. I think I only had to pay for it once, and then he gave me get out of free jail cards free or whatever, so you just take it to the drugstore and you get it free. You know, it's like the company is giving it to you because you financially can't afford the drug, kind of thing. So yeah, so highly recommend. And why I do was, the only side effect was nausea, but when you know why you're having nausea and understand that, I mean, it doesn't last forever, then it's okay, but it takes away your appetite. I actually felt like a normal person with their appetite, because when I wasn't on this, I was just always starving, and with this, it's like, oh my God, it was so easy not to eat. Andy, get out of the cookies. Busted. So, anyways, that's probably enough. I think this is probably the first long vlog I've ever done, but I want to
21 minutes.
Keep this in my journals and in my memory, and go back to, and to help out anybody else that is considering it or had questions or whatever. So I think I've given you lots of information. Please don't hesitate to ask any questions, or
leave a comment.
Yeah, leave a comment. Love to hear from you, and especially anybody else who's had the surgery. I know what's her name had lots of luck with it. Pretty blonde. Allie. What was her YouTube name?
Fluttershy.
Fluttershy.
Phil Davis.
Phil Davis.
There was another one who had, but I haven't seen her post in a while.
I don't know if I know who that was. So yeah, please, you know, any kind of insight is wonderful. So that's enough for now. I probably should take some pictures of me now, and you know, obviously I have pictures from before.
It's full of videos of you, huh?
Well, yeah, but no, I'd like to be able to have pictures that I could set up one after another to see, you know, and I never took pictures before my surgery.
You can always freeze frame from the videos.
Yeah, okay. So I'll have to do that. But he used to have explicit instruction: shoot from the boobs up, not anywhere below that.
I did anyway.
He did anyways, yes. Well, let me tell you. Yeah. I had to get over that complex in a hurry.
Self-conscious, that doesn't work.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll take some pictures and maybe add this onto the video. Anyways, here's to my new life.